Alright guys, welcome back to Zach's Fantasy Meetup Week 2, and this time we have a little bit more time so that way you guys can actually go over your individual performances. So let's start off with you. Jalen, 11 points. What gives? I mean, we won the game, didn't we? Including you. Yes, we did win the fantasy game, but you committed a double negative. You beat my favorite team, the Chiefs, and you only put up 11.5 fantasy points. As a quarterback who was drafted in the 5th round. And as a QB who was supposed to have a massive floor due to his rushing upside. Yet you only put up 11 points, and even that was just because of the tush-push touchdown that you had late in the game. Red star. Now on to the receivers. Lad McConkey. Care to explain? I had a pretty decent game, didn't I? What the hell are you talking about? You had a pretty decent game. You didn't even put up 10 points, and I also made the joke last week that Quentin Johnston's now the wide receiver 1 on the Chargers, and Keenan Allen's still in 2019 form, hoping it was just a one-week wonder. Yet from the looks of it, that's going to be a consistent thing throughout the season. Red star. George Pickens. You understand that we don't get fantasy points for you drawing deep pass interference penalties, right? Okay, so I still had 17 points for you. True, and that is going to earn you a green star, but next time don't have 4 targets and only 1 reception at halftime. Green star though. On to the running backs. Bijan, letting you know right now I'm giving you a gold star, even though you didn't crack 20 points because your coach is somehow a fucking idiot who keeps giving Tyler Algier the ball inside the 10-yard line instead of you. That being said, your efficiency was absolutely amazing, and right now you are absolutely worth the 2nd overall pick that I used on you. You don't even need to say anything, my boy. Gold star. Now on to somebody who will not be getting a gold star, Ashton Genty. Is this what you're about to become this season? Touchdown dependent on whether or not you have a good fantasy? Look, the entire team played bad on Monday night. Let me stop you right there. Your team playing bad does not automatically mean that you have to have a bad fantasy game. Devon Achane had almost 20 points in week 1 and the Dolphins only scored 8 points. So, get it together. And quit running for -5 yards on some plays. Red star. Next up, tight end, Harold Fannin Jr. Boy oh boy am I glad I added you and dropped Colston Loveland. Guess I should have listened to Wyatt's World sooner when he said that you'd be a monster in the NFL. Considering you've led your team in targets both of the first 2 weeks. Green star. Now on to our flex options. Jonathan Taylor, 29.5 full PPR fantasy points. Thank you guys for not blowing out the Broncos like you did the Dolphins last week so that DJ Giddens didn't come in and take a bunch of snaps late in the game. Put up 29.5 fantasy points against one of the league's toughest defenses. Easily gold star material. Finally, kicker, Cam Little, 10 points. You're going to get a green star. However, quick question, why did Liam Cohen not decide to kick the field goal when y'all were in 4th and 5 at like the 7-yard line? I don't know. Maybe he just wanted to be aggressive with it. Okay, fair, but at the same time, a lot of fantasy managers don't want their teams to risk not making the playoffs because of 3 points. So if at the end of the season, I miss the playoffs and it's by less than 3 points, Liam Cohen's ass is getting put on blast. You better let him know that. So, good game this week, guys. We got the win, and we put up even more fantasy points this week than we did last week, so that's always a positive, despite the multiple red stars that I had to give out to a few people who I never thought would get a red star at all this season. But we got the win. Let's keep going. Next week, we face the highest scoring team of the first 2 weeks of the season, so we're going to have to be on our A+++ game if we want to get the win this week. See you guys next week.